Hello, I'm Joey Haskins, and welcome back to You've Never Seen, in which I showcase a movie you've probably never seen before. In the world of special effects, one name usually comes up often. Ray Harryhausen was a visual effects master with several films under his belt for his iconic stop-motion fight scenes. His most famous works include Clash of the Titans, the Sinbad trilogy, and most importantly for this video, Jason and the Argonauts. Jason and the Argonauts is of course an adaptation of the old Greek tale about Jason reclaiming his land from the tyrannical Pelias. We don't actually see that in this film. Yeah, the movie covers about the first half of the legend, re-edited for various reasons, and there is no sequel or resolution to that story. It just kinda ends. That doesn't mean it's not good, it actually is pretty good. Jason and the Argonauts was produced by Harryhausen alongside his longtime collaborator Charles Schneer. The way their process worked is that they practically crafted the whole film from beginning to end and gave directing duties to someone who could follow their instructions. But this project was mainly spearheaded by Harryhausen, helping a lot with the creative direction of the film beyond its visual effects. Its cast is also pretty good. I mean, for myself, the only ones I really know are Hera's actress, Honor Blackman, who played the Bond girl in Goldfinger, and Patrick Troughton, who played the second Doctor. But other than them, I know next to no one in the film. But that doesn't mean the cast isn't good, they're really good. These kinds of adventure movies succeed on their engaging stories and of course their special effects anyway. And Jason and the Argonauts does have an engaging story. At least engaging enough that when it ended, I was mad there wasn't any more. And it carries itself in a way that makes it cool. It feels like the cool Harryhausen film. And much like every Harryhausen film, the special effects are top notch. He uses stop motion and clay animation to make his creatures come to life. And what makes them so great, even all these years later, is that they feel real. One aspect why they do is scale. Take the Talos statue, for instance. Obviously, it's just a model that's roughly 14 inches tall, but in the movie, the shot placement, acting from the cast, and scale of the effects make the statue feel more real than anything else. Most of Harryhausen's other films have about 7 or 8 monsters in them, but Jason and the Argonauts only has 4. The previously mentioned Talos statue, the Harpies that attack Phineas, the Hydra that protects the Golden Fleece, and of course the 7 skeletons that fight Jason. These fights are all iconic in their own right, but none are as iconic as Jason versus the skeletons. It's actually a callback to the 7th Voyage of Sinbad, which Harryhausen also did the effects on. In that, Sinbad fights only one skeleton warrior, so for Harryhausen to graduate from that to 7 is an impressive feat, and it took him 4 months to do just that. For a fight that's only 3 minutes, but the ability to not only make all these scenes good lies on the actors too. Because of their nature, the scene was filmed before the effects were done, so Todd Armstrong, who plays Jason, had to do some imaginary fights with nothing there at all against 7 opponents. Which can be very humiliating, but is more a task of trusting the process. And that process also involved Harryhausen moving 5 appendages on each skeleton, meaning he had to move about 35 different things for each frame of film, only getting about 13 frames a day, which is about half a second in the movie. And again, that's only for 3 minutes in this film. And due to the enormity of that task, I can see why the major set pieces were toned down for this film, but it does remain iconic. Another really good scene that doesn't involve a stop-motion creature is the scene in the Clashing Rocks, which does involve a lot of miniatures and again contributes to the scale that Jason and the Argonauts portrays in the film. One more thing I want to talk about is Bernard Herrmann. He's the composer for the film and has done the score on 3 other Harryhausen films. But a lot of people have actually heard his music in other films made by a director he frequently collaborated with. You want to guess which one? That's right, he worked on several of Hitchcock's most iconic films. And for Psycho, Herrmann made the score with only a string section and no brass, percussion, or woodwinds. But for Jason and the Argonauts, the film's score contains a lot of brass and percussion for heroic fanfares and woodwinds for more subtle ones, but absolutely no string section. Jason and the Argonauts is a very entertaining film and regarded as Harryhausen's best. Not just by big-time celebrities like Peter Jackson and Tom Hanks, but by Harryhausen himself. You can watch the film for free on Tubi, or you can check it out at your local library. With Weston Media Center, I'm Joey Haskins, and I'll see you all next time.